Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3, Episode 14, also known as Bad Girls. And you know, of course, the second that I read this title, I'm going to be thinking that it has something to do with Buffy and Faith. I mean, it kind of has to, right? Because if somebody is the embodiment of bad girls, it would be Buffy and Faith, of course. So my predictions for this episode, I feel like are going to be pretty straightforward. I think this is the episode where, yes, the new Watcher is going to be coming in and he's going to have to deal with the bad girls, also known as Buffy and Faith, right? That has to be it. I have never felt more confident in my analysis of his title than right now. This is the moment where I'm going to remind people that if you have not seen Angel or if you have not finished Buffy, the lines are kind of blurry for me. Please don't watch my reaction videos because I might speak of spoilers and I don't want to ruin the experience for anyone. I have been waiting for the one episode with Trick and I was going to say the Master, but that's not him. With Trick and the Mayor, you know, a really big episode with them that's going to change how Season 3 progresses. And a part of me thinks that maybe this is the episode because we're already in episode 14. So I feel like if it doesn't happen right now, when will it happen? Because that's right about when Season 2 changed with Innocence. Because I think Innocence was 2:14. So yeah, I have some strong feelings that, you know, some stuff is gonna have to happen. But I honestly don't know what could happen. I just know that I'm stressed. So let's watch this. Thank you all for watching as always. And let's see what Buffy is going to be up to this week.
I'm furious! Never ever! Come on, really? All this time and not even once? How many times do I have to say it? I have never done it! With Xander!
Oh.
He's just a friend.
So, what are friends for? I mean, I'm sorry, it's just all the sweating nightly, side-by-side action, and you never put in for a little after hours, Okay,
Count of 3. 1.
Oh, Faith.
3. Count of 3 isn't a plan. It's Sesame Street.
Hey, they're toast and we're here, so it couldn't have been too bad, right? Who are those guys, anyways?
We've got the dedication coming up in a few days. We certainly can't have anything interfering with that.
Well, maybe we should postpone the dedication.
I believe the Honorable Mayor hates that idea.
The dedication is the final step before my ascension. I have waited longer than you can imagine for this. After the 100 days, I'll be on a higher plane. And I'll have no more need for, well, let's just say I won't be concerned with the little things.
Okay, this episode is giving me some serious Faith is about to fuck up feelings because Faith was kind of talking about how impulsive she was and Buffy was like, no, I pay attention to the details and stuff. And so I just know that this episode, Faith is going to be rash, you know, and very impulsive. Buffy's going to be maybe, I don't want to say too slow, but they're definitely, I felt like they were going in the right path to become friends again, which they kind of seem like they are, but it feels like they're going to disagree and something bad is going to happen. Like when they are trying to fight the evil of the episode, they're not going to be able, like, you know what I mean? There's going to be some sort of clash in between them and the way that they deal with things because they're such different Slayers. And I am worried about what this means for their friendship, but I'm going to try not worry about it too much, even though I can kind of sense that it's going to happen. But like this new interaction with Mayor was already very interesting because I was trying to see the good in him. I think I talked about this a few episodes ago. I was like, you know, maybe he just wants what's best for the population and he thinks that, you know, defeating the vampires, that's gonna make everyone happier. But of course not. Like, why would I even think that this guy had good intentions? He seems creepy as hell.
I'm so overwhelmed. I got in to actual colleges and they're wooing me. They're pitching woo.
The wooing stage is always fun.
But it's weird. No rejection I can handle because of the years of training, but this...
I feel your pain, Will. Like right now, I'm torn between the fast-growing fields of appliance repair and motel management. Of course, I'm still waiting to hear back from the Corn Dog Emporium, so...
I hear it's nice. And a place I'll never go if I don't pass Mrs. Taggart's chemistry test tomorrow.
Oh, I can help. Chemistry's easy. It's a lot like witchcraft, only less nude. So, what do you say? Study jam my house tonight?
I'm there.
Oh, I guess I would not be a good witch then.
Did you go see Giles? Report on last night's patrol.
Changed quite a bit since your day. Much greater emphasis
Is
on
that-
field work.
Really?
Wes!
Oh, yes. Not all books and theory nowadays. I have, in fact, faced 2 vampires myself.
Oh, Buffy.
Well. Hello.
Hi!
New watcher?
New watcher.
Wesley Wyndham Price. It's very nice to meet you. A good slayer is a cautious slayer.
Is he evil?
Not in the strictest sense.
Well, I'm glad that's cleared up. As I'm sure none of us is anxious to waste any time on pleasantries. Why don't you tell me everything about last night's patrol?
Vampires.
Yes?
Killed him.
Anything else you can tell me?
One of them had swords. I don't think he was with the other 2.
Sounds familiar.
It should.
Damn, that was quick.
El Illuminati.
15th century duelist cult. Deadly in their day. Their numbers dwindled in later centuries due to an increase in anti-vampire activity and a lot of pointless dueling. They eventually became the acolytes of a demon called Balthazar. Buffy, you will go to the Gleaves family crypt tonight and fetch the amulet.
I will.
Are you not used to being given orders?
Whenever Giles sends me on a mission, he always says, please. And afterwards, I get a cookie.
I don't feel we're getting off on quite the right foot.
Oh.
Ah, this is perhaps Faith.
New watcher?
New watcher.
Screw that.
Now, why didn't I just save that? The job. What else can we do?
Whatever we want. We're Slayer's girlfriend, the chosen 2. Why should we let him take all the fun out of it?
Oh, that'd be tragic. Taking the fun out of slaying, stabbing, beheading.
Oh, like you don't dig it.
I don't.
You're a liar. I've seen you. Tell me steak in a vamp doesn't get you a little bit juiced. Come on, say it. You can't fool me. Look in your eyes right after a kill. Just get hungry for more.
Strike 1. No amulet there.
Oh god, what's gonna be on the next one?
Game over.
Oh.
Wait. Stop. Think.
No, no, no.
It's a manhole. Tight space, no escape, 6 against 2. Not unlike 3 against 1.
And there might be more, so come on.
You're just gonna go down there. That's your plan.
Who said I had a plan? I don't know how many's down there, but I want to find out. And I'll know when I land. If you don't come in after me, I might die.
Faith! I'm really scared that she's just gonna fuck up, and I don't know if this is it or if she's gonna do even more mistakes.
Her abuse of the English language is such that I understand only every other sentence. This is going to make fascinating reading.
She should be back by then.
Not to fret. My mission scenario has her back in 1 minute. Shouldn't be any trouble.
Oh, no. How?
Let's settle this honorably. Then let's just settle it.
Oh, no. No, this, no. Oh, what the fuck? I don't like this. What the fuck? Okay, Buffy, time to wake up. Yeah. Holy fuck,
I hate
Buffy.
it when they drown me.
I know, we saw that in Prophecy Girl.
I must ask you to remember that I'm your watcher. From now on, anything you have to say about slaying, you will say to me. The only thing you need to discuss with Mr. Giles is overdue book fees.
Understood?
We'll talk.
Of course.
You're not helping.
I know. I feel just sick about it.
Hey, girlfriend. Bad time?
No, she can't.
Rise and shine, people.
It's your wake-up call.
Damn. Wow. Okay.
Hey, you're not leaving, are you?
I saw you making friends.
Them? Nice. I like you. What's the matter? You're not afraid of little me, are you?
Let me tell you what I see. I see fear and remorse. And the pitiful look of faces that cry out for mercy. Come here. Closer. Closer. Let me tell you what I want to see.
Jesus.
Think they're insured?
Strangely, not my priority. When are you gonna get this, B? Life for Slayer's very simple. Want, take, have.
Want. Take. Have.
Oh, this doesn't feel like a good lesson to be teaching Buffy.
I'm getting it.
Drop the weapons and get down on the ground. Now!
Shit, I didn't see that coming.
Can't save the world in jail.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Seeing the hope and courage on their bright little faces, I swear I could just eat them up. So, any news about the Illuminati?
Oh boy! Holy shit!
In the name of Lord Balthazar, die!
That almost killed me.
Thank you, Mr. Trick. That was very thoughtful.
Yeah, that's why I added lavender. Give me time, and I may be the first Wicca to do all my conjuring in pine fresh scent. So, what's the plan? For tonight's slayage, we're going, aren't we?
Yeah.
Great.
But there's a but. And that's but you shouldn't come tonight. Is that cool?
Sure.
If you want to criticize my methods, fine. But you can keep your snide remarks to yourself. And while you're at it, don't criticize my methods.
The fact is, you're no longer qualified to act as Watcher. It's not your fault. You've done well. It's simply time for somebody else to take the field.
Now's a good time to start.
Oh, okay.
Faith, no!
Oh, fuck.
Don't move.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
We need to call 911 now!
What? No, what?
Stay calm, Mr. Giles. We have to stay calm.
Oh my God, I was planning to panic.
What is that thing?
That would be your demon, you know, the dead one.
No need to get snippy.
Bring them closer.
No, no. No.
You know what I want.
If it's for me to scrub those hard-to-reach areas, I'd like to request you kill me now.
you out of your mind? This is hardly the time for games.
Why not? They're going to torture us to death anyway.
You will die quickly, or you will die slowly. The man who has my amulet. What is his name?
His name is Angel.
Oh! Oh, that was smooth. I have to say, I think I'm liking action scenes more, because this is just cool. Oh! Fry that motherfucker. Very good job.
When he rises, you wish I'd killed you all.
Nunc et in secula!
Okay, I guess he's gonna go through with that thing.
Well,
What the fuck?
this officially commences the 100 days. Nothing can harm me until the Ascension. Gosh, I'm feeling chipper. Who's for a root beer?
Faith, we need to talk about what we're gonna do.
It's nothing to talk about. I was doing my job.
Being a Slayer is not the same as being a killer. Faith, please don't shut me out here.
There is no body. I took it, weighted it, and dumped it. Body doesn't exist.
Getting rid of the evidence doesn't make the problem go away.
It does for me.
Faith, you don't get it. You killed a man.
No, you don't get it. I don't care.
Okay, so I feel like there's quite a lot to unpack from this episode. Oh my god, this has been happening so much lately, where just so much happens that I'm like, where do I even start? Because I genuinely don't even know. Like, there's just so much that happens, and I guess this Faith thing has really taken me by surprise, because I definitely in no way expected her to like literally kill a man. Like, that didn't even cross my mind. I wonder if there are going to be actual repercussions, because the mayor is gonna go out looking for him. And I hope they don't find the body, but man, Faith's like apathy right now is kind of scaring me. But the thing is, I can't tell if she's lying and putting on, you know, a front of someone who's strong and unaffected, or if she actually feels this way, because, you know, they really set her up as somebody who, you know, she's been saying from the start she loves slaying, she loves killing them vampires and stuff. So I feel like a part of her has to normalize death and killing for her to be able to just survive. And I wonder if it could have actually gotten to a point where she can take a human life and feel sort of unaffected by it. But she seemed like there were many moments where the look on her face seemed like a look of just regret and, you know, feelings and, you know, remorse. The second that she went back to like his body, I assumed that she went back because she was feeling guilty and it was her way of processing, but it was just to get rid of the body. So I have to say that this episode has made me question Faith a little, because I feel like in my head, I always knew that she was sort of a bad girl, to quote, you know, the episode title, but I didn't expect her to be this much of a bad girl. Like, there were so many little small things that just kept getting bigger, you know, like, I don't know, ditching school and then robbing a store and then killing a man. Like, they really just went through it this episode with sort of just mistakes and testing the lines in between what they can get away with. It was like very overwhelming because I want to love Faith and I do love Faith, but I'm scared of her, and I hope, you know, that they kind of deal with the aftermath of this. And I hope that she does eventually find out that he wasn't the nicest guy, because I feel like that might bring her some comfort, like some peace of mind. I don't know how long they're gonna drag it along, but it definitely feels like a storyline that they're gonna have to discuss, you know, the aftermath of Faith accidentally killing a human being. And I wonder if Buffy's gonna feel inclined to tell Giles / Wes about it, or if she's really gonna cover for Faith. Because I feel like it's okay to cover for a friend if they fuck up, but killing a man is a little bit more than that. So I feel like I wouldn't exactly hold it against Buffy if she had to tell somebody about it, but at the same time, I'm really worried about what that could mean for Faith. It's not that like I want her to get away with murder, but I kind of do. Even though the thing of them mentioning the body makes me feel like maybe they're gonna eventually find the body and she could sort of get into some trouble with the police. I feel like they're not really gonna go down that route so much. I feel like it's gonna be more focused on her internal struggles of getting through it when she's finally able to acknowledge that it even happened. I feel like this was a trauma that was so big for her right now that it's gonna take her a while to process. And I feel like this kind of reminds me of the whole Angel / Angela situation, just because I was just talking about Jenny. Like the fact that, you know, Angel can't really be held responsible for what he did while he was in Jealous and killing Jenny. He can't be held responsible, but there are still repercussions to that action. I feel kind of similar towards Faith, you know, like she can't be held responsible for something that she did as a complete accident, but she did kill a man, so she kind of is responsible, you know. I feel like I'm just being overprotective over Faith and I don't want to stop liking her, so I'm just going to try and brush past the idea that, yeah, maybe she killed a man. Faith's presence was really noted this episode because she was clearly sort of changing Buffy, you know, and I kind of expected that because, of course, she's not like a passive character and things are not going to be the same with Faith around. And I feel like this is one of the first episodes that I really genuinely felt that. I felt the difference that she makes, and I felt the influence that she can be for Buffy and how sometimes that cannot be a great thing. Also, for a whole second there when the guy drowned Buffy, and I sort of panicked because it really brought back all the Prophecy Girl feelings, and I was like, bro, there is no way that they're doing this crap to me again. But in the back of my mind, suddenly my mind went to, ooh, a third Slayer, who's it gonna be? I was like, is Buffy gonna be dead for a second so that they can bring in somebody else? I was like, how is a trio gonna work? Because barely, like, Buffy and Faith are already enough. I feel like from the start they have sort of pushed this agenda that Buffy doesn't really like slaying and she feels kind of trapped in this thing. I imagine that Faith was eventually gonna make Buffy sort of fall in love with slaying again. It really feels like they're gonna be playing more with this idea. And I think that Buffy's appreciation for slaying is growing. I really do. And that makes me excited because I just want Buffy to be happy, you know? That's like my #1 wish. Other than, you know, Cordelia's screen time, which I have kind of given up on it, to be completely honest. And I guess this should lead me to my next point, Mr. Wes, which I am so happy about. Because his introduction to the show, I feel like my mind has been blown right now because this has to be one of the biggest contrasts I have seen. The other characters that I know are sort of like Angel and Cordy, right? But my introduction to them was in 101, so I feel like I was kind of shocked then, but everything was different, and so, you know, like that just happened, and then now it's like a whole new world. Because, I don't know, I expected him to be sort of different than what I saw in the later seasons of Angel. That he was like a baby. He was like an actual baby. It was just so weird. I just feel fascinated to see this different side of Wes, who is still trying to figure things out and who is like completely new at this, because I didn't know if they were gonna bring him in as somebody who was already a watcher and who already like who already had some like hands-on experience, and it feels like they went the completely opposite direction of like, this is his first time actually like being into it, and so we're gonna get to see him like grow and evolve into who he becomes, and I'm just so excited for that. He's just so well put together. Like, if there's one character in Angel that I feel like I would trust to just always have everything figured out and know exactly what to do at any given moment, it's Wes. And so it's really interesting to see him sort of freak out and panic. I didn't think back to how he could be like new at this, because he always felt so professional when I met him. And so I am like obsessed with this concept, because I feel like while most people would not really like Wes, I'm guessing, you know, like my interpretation of it is that most people wouldn't really like Wes, because I feel like if I was watching Buffy for the first time and I didn't know who he was, I would completely be opposed to him, because he sort of feels like a replacement for Giles and kind of a copy-paste, if we're being honest, in some ways. Well, that's a part of what I'm excited to see though, because I feel like as soon as I started Buffy, one of the first things that Giles reminded me of, well, the first thing that came to my mind was like, wow, he is literally Wes. They're gonna get along so well. And, you know, they clearly haven't in this first episode, which supernatural, and I kind of dig it because I do want to see some contrast in between them. And so what I think is going to be very interesting about that relationship is not only how they're going to get along, because of course they're going to become best friends, like of course they have to, but I feel like it's going to be even more interesting to see how these characters are going to become more distinct and different the more that we know them. My last video I think was a little bit harsh on everyone and everything. I think I was just really tired. But I kind of went on a rant last episode, and I think that I said something along the lines of like, okay, this is getting a little bit tiring, because I feel like all of Buffy and Angel scenes were a little bit too melodramatic just because it had happened so many times before. And I was like, okay, like that's a little bit enough. We can move on. And they did, thankfully. And I feel like it was right on the right moment, right? Because the only time that I got the feeling that Buffy and Angel melodramatic was a little bit too much was in the last episode, and I think that they felt that too, which is why they moved the storyline along, which I'm very grateful for. And these two, honestly, I never know like where their relationship is at. Truly, I feel like they could get married and they were gonna be like, we're married, and I was gonna be like, weren't you guys broken up? Because I feel like they're always together, not together, together, not together. And I feel like it's just breaking my brain a little at this point. Like the fact that they just kissed like normally. I was like, oh, I guess you guys have decided to be together again. Good for you. So I'm really happy that, you know, Buffy and Angel are back at it. And, you know, what's his name? Oz and Willow are back at it. So everything, my faith in humanity has been restored, because they're giving me the two couples that I want, and they're not talking about the ones that I don't. Well, okay, I guess we can talk about the monster of the week for a second, Balthazar. But in general, I feel like he's not one of the strongest, most scary villains we've seen. He's creepy, but I don't think, like, I wasn't as scared of him. I was more scared of the group of people that he was commanding. Which is never good. You know, when they get a whole group of people to go after, you know, the Slayers and the Watchers, then you know that things aren't going well. I love that there are multiple Watchers now. I feel like I might regret this later, but for now, I really like that. But I like that they were focusing a lot on the big bad. Yes, I feel like my suspicions have been confirmed, because I have been talking about the mayor and Trick as the big bad for a while now, but I feel like there was never a sort of really big confirmation for me, just because I feel like this show can fool me so much that I was like, maybe they might just bring in a separate big bad. But you know, this really feels like, yeah, that guy, well, especially the mayor, because Trick feels like he's just a puppet. I feel like what I'm getting at is that I'm just gonna start referring to the big bad as the mayor, because I think it's him, you know. Of course, Trick is important to the storyline somehow, but the mayor is clearly the brains behind it, and he clearly is the one who's gonna fuck everything up. And I was like so overwhelmed right now with the whole invincibility thing, because I was like, am I seeing things, or did this, like, or did his head just literally split open and go back to normal? Like, did I drink too much coffee? Am I going insane? But I think that actually happened, which is kind of absurd because how do you kill a big bad who is literally invincible? I don't know. And I don't think Buffy knows either. So I don't think this is great for our team, if I'm being honest. I don't know how the fuck he did that. Like, how can you be powerful enough to literally create invincibility? And I feel like they were teasing with that a little just with Willow's protection spell, and then now he just did something like, he just took that and was like, let me make that a billion times bigger, and then boom, like he is invincible. So I'm just like, I don't understand and I'm overwhelmed. It definitely showed us who he is as a villain and his potential just because of the fact that, yeah, he's invincible, he can do some sort of magic crap, he has a vampire, you know, as his right-hand man, he can literally he feels like he can do anything. Like, at all. I'm not sure if most of the episodes for the second half of season 3 are going to be focused sort of just on him, but I think that he's definitely going to be on the background, sort of like how he was in this episode. Not just, you know, a glimpse of what he's doing, but really showing us how evil he is, because that just makes us more scared, you know. I feel like the stakes are growing each time more, and I think it's time to call Spike up and be like, you know, you weren't half as bad as I thought, and can you come back, please? I miss you. Well, thank you guys for watching. This was a really fun episode. I thought the bad girls were genius. It sort of went down the route that I was expecting, while also completely not, and taking things that I thought were gonna happen and bringing them to like an extreme extent. So it was just a really fun episode, and I'm excited to see the next one. Let me check the title, which I always forget to do. Okay, so it seems like the name of the next episode is Consequences. Oh, Faith. I guess I'm glad that they're gonna sort of rip the band-aid and get it over with already, because that was clearly not great. I feel like, oof. I have a feeling Buffy is gonna sort of betray her trust and tell Giles, and Faith is gonna be pissed. I guess those would be my biggest predictions, because then she's going to be forced to face the consequences. And, you know, since a lot of these episodes are having like double meanings, I'm going to guess that, you know, we're going to talk about some other consequences. Like maybe the consequences of her sleeping with Xander, or of Angel being back. You know, I'm sure that they're going to find other things, other consequences for us to explore as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. So bye.